Okay, hi, good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Ezrin, and today we'll be going through a few recipes, really yummy recipes. Okay, so I will start first. I am making the 4-course meal chicken rice. Okay, so I just want to know in the audience, how many are first timers? Can you put number 1 if you are first timers and number 2 if you are our current lovely customers? Okay. Oh, so many. Welcome, newcomers, and also welcome back, okay, our current customers. Okay, so welcome to our Thermomix cooking show. All right, so I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. Okay, so we are going to start a little bit first, and then I will continue with the introduction. Okay, so this recipe I've already saved in my cookie dough. All right, and I've saved it under today. I want to cook today. So I go to my week and I just have to press on the recipe. It's called 4-course meal chicken rice. Okay, so with every recipe in cookie dough, you can scroll down and see all the ingredients that you need and also the preparation. And also there are a few tips at the bottom here. So whatever you see here, you will also see on your iPad or your laptop or your phone. Okay, so just press start cooking. Okay, so this part I've already done. So basically it's saying to put a bowl here. Okay, so for example, just remove this, put a bowl, and then it's saying to weigh chicken. Okay, so I already have my chicken inside, and then put 10 grams of light soy sauce and a bit of white pepper powder, and then mix and marinate for half an hour. So I've done this for at least an hour just now. So if you like it, you can marinate even longer. Okay. All right, and then next. Okay, so this recipe has steamed eggs, but I am going to skip the steamed eggs and I am going to steam some veggies instead. Okay, so I have here some bak choy, but I will only steam this at the last 5 minutes because it only takes 5 minutes to steam the veggie. Okay, so what you can do is just skip. All right, so with cookie dough recipes, if you don't want to do that part, you can actually skip the step. All right, okay. So now it says to clean mixing bowl and then to put in fresh ginger peel. Okay, so with Thermomix you have a built-in scale. Okay, it's really wonderful because you don't have to weigh on the side. You can just weigh as you go. Okay, so if the scale changes, just press tab, and then okay, I have here 50 grams of ginger and 10 grams of garlic cloves. Okay, so just put everything inside. So you can see it's around 57 grams. So it's very accurate in 1 gram increment. Okay. All right. So just go next. It says insert measuring cup, means make sure the measuring cup is closed. Then press next. Okay. So when it closes like this, means it's going on turbo mode. Okay. For safety reasons, it will straight away lock the mixing bowl here. Okay. So it says here turn speed selector to just 1 time. Okay. So just turn. Okay, and then press next. Okay, so just 1 second. So this is what we get. Okay, just 1 second of blending. Okay, so now we have to scrape down the sides with our spatula. Okay, so it will tell you step by step. So especially if you just got your Thermomix or you are a new user or you don't know how to cook, this cookie dough is perfect, okay, to teach you and guide you all the way. Okay, so now it says to add cooking oil, 30 grams. So I've already weighed this, but if not, you can just get from the bottle and just pour right in here. Okay. Then next, to insert the measuring cup again, because now we are going to saute this. Okay. So they already set the time to 3 minutes. Temperature is 120, and all you have to do is turn speed selector to speed spoon, okay, which is the slowest stirring speed. Okay. All right, so now it's going to saute for me for 3 minutes. I don't have to attend to it. I can go and let you know about Thermomix. Okay. So what is important to you when you cook? All right, so is it money saving? Okay, of course, if you eat at home a lot, you will save a lot of money in the long run. Okay, of course, we want something that is easy, right? So that we don't have to spend so much time in the kitchen. Okay, and something that is healthy. So we want to know whatever that we cook, we want to make sure that we get to absorb all all the nutrients. Okay, and of course, we also want to be creative, right? We don't want to cook the same thing all over again every week, week in and week out. Okay, so with Thermomix, we will experience all this, okay, that it will save your money in the long run. It is also very easy to use, okay, and it is healthy because we get to preserve all the nutrients that we cook in here. And you can be creative because we have 70,000 recipes for you to choose from, okay, and it's also time saving because like right now, if it's cooking for 3 minutes, I don't have to be here to attend to it. I can go and prepare my next ingredients or wash my mangkok or attend to my kids. Okay, so a bit of a background about the company, for WAC, our mother company. Okay, it's been around for more than 135 years. Okay, we are in 80 countries globally, and we have won many, many awards from around the world. Okay, and Thermomix itself, this is the 9th generation. Okay, it started out with a blender, and then they added the heating function, and then we have the TM6 now, which is the most advanced Thermomix. Okay, and one is sold every 23 seconds around the world. So imagine we are here today for 1.5 hours. How many machines are selling out there? Okay, and we are the original all-in-one kitchen appliance. Okay. And these are all the accessories that you will get with Thermomix. Okay, so the first one, this is the simmering basket. Okay, so I already have my rice in here. So this is perfect to cook your rice because when you cook rice in here, most of the starch will actually go to the bottom. Okay, so you will get low GI rice when you cook rice with Thermomix. So you can cook up to around 300 to 350 grams of rice in here. So if you want to cook more, 0.5 kg, you can actually cook the rice in the mixing bowl itself. Okay, and then we also have the spatula. Okay, so this spatula is very awesome because if you put it on the table, okay, it will not touch the surface. Okay, if you roll it however way, it will not touch the surface. And it's also good for stirring. Let's say you need to stir something like your ice cream, you can actually just, you know, just put it from the top here and stir. It will tell you to do it. Okay, and then you can also pick up this simmering basket. If it's hot, you know, right out from the mixing bowl, you can pick it up and you can open it and pour it out. Okay, now we also have our butterfly. Okay, sorry, let me continue with this first. Okay, so when you hear the sound, means it's ready. So it says to transfer to a bowl and set aside. Okay. Smells so good. Okay. So who doesn't like nasi ayam, right? If I don't know what to cook and I want something simple, easy, and 4-in-1, this is my go-to recipe. Okay, other than I also like to steam my fish and cook the rice at the same time. Okay. All right, so next it says to insert simmering basket. Okay, so this is our simmering basket with rice inside, 300 grams of rice. I've already washed. So just put it inside carefully. Okay, and now add the rice. Okay, I've already added. And then 1,000 grams of water. Okay, I've already weighed this as well. So okay, and now add the sauteed ginger and garlic. Okay, so your rice will be so aromatic from this ginger and garlic. Okay, and then add 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, I've already added in here, and 1 chicken stock cube, or this is homemade chicken paste. Okay, so you can easily make this with Thermomix. Okay, so just add everything in. And then 2 pandan leaves knotted. Okay, and mix well with spatula. Okay, and then place the marinated chicken legs into the varoma. Okay. So this is the varoma. Okay, so this is one of the accessories that you will get. So varoma is something that you use to steam. Okay, so it has two levels. One is the varoma tray, and the other one is the varoma dish. Okay, so now it's telling us to put the chicken into the varoma dish and make sure the chicken do not cover the vents fully. Okay, so what I'm going to use is a butterfly. Okay, so this is also one of our accessories. We use this a lot to for baking, and also if you want to make your whipped cream, okay, your mashed potato, your whipped egg, okay, you can also do this, use this. Okay, so just put it on top so that it's going to raise the chicken a little bit, okay, so that it doesn't cover the holes entirely. Okay, so I'm going to grab my 2 chicken legs that I've marinated. Okay, I'm just going to put it on top. Okay. So the juice from the chicken will flow down onto the rice, okay, and it's going to be really yummy. Okay, so now it's saying cover the varoma dish. Okay, so we're going to cover, because I'm not going to steam this now, so I'll put this aside first and steam it at the last 5 minutes. Okay, insert varoma and the egg mixture. Okay, so I don't have the egg mixture, so I'm going to skip that part. Okay, so now we cover the lid and place varoma into position. Okay, so now we have our 2-in-1. Okay, so our chicken and also our rice, okay, in here. All right, and then now it's going to cook for 20 minutes. The temperature is varoma, so if you're going to steam anything on top, you need to use the varoma temperature, and turn speed to speed 3. Okay. Okay, so simple, right? So now my chicken and rice is cooking. And then after that, we will remove the rice and we are going to cook the soup at the bottom. We're going to add some veggies and continue cooking the chicken and also the soup. Okay, so I've already explained most of the accessories just now. So we also have this, the splash guard, which is for high temperature recipes. Okay, so if you choose to cook any high temperature recipes, it will tell you to put on the splash guard on top. So same thing, you remove the measuring cup and put the splash guard on top to avoid any oil splatter. Okay, and most importantly is our motor. Okay, so our motor is a frictionless motor. So because of that, it doesn't generate any heat, and because of that, we don't need any fan to cool it down. So that is why Thermomix can last you years and years, easily 10 years to 20 years. Okay, we have people who are using the older generation already 20 years and still working fine. Okay, and we also have this large screen here, and it's color screen. It's just like your phone, very easy to use. Okay, so you can scroll here and then see the recipe. If you want to search for recipes, if you scroll to the side, you can see all the modes that we have. Okay, so you just need to master the 3 dials, which is time, temperature, and speed. Okay, very, very easy. Okay, so for price, it is now at 6,988. Okay, the actual price is 7,188, but we have 200 ringgit rebate right now. Okay, and if you take the financing option, it's 291 a month for 24 months. Okay, and if you want to earn another Thermomix for free, you can also let us know and join us to be an advisor. Okay, so one Thermomix does it all. For me, my Thermomix is just like my phone. Okay, remember those days when we go out and we have to bring our camera, our notebook, our Walkman. Okay, so now our phone is everything, right? It's like we cannot live without our phone. It has everything in it. Same thing with Thermomix. Okay, last time I used to have my rice cooker, you know, my blender, my kettle. So I've kept everything or sold it off or give it away. And now my kitchen is clean and, you know, like really organized. I just have the Thermomix in my kitchen and I don't have all the other appliances because it can replace more than 22 functions for you. Okay, so we can do all that you can think of. Okay, blending, steaming, stirring, weigh. It can whip for you. We also have sous vide function. Okay, where you can get restaurant quality food at home. Okay, and we also have the pre-clean mode. Okay, if you don't like cleaning, this machine can also clean for you. Okay, so we have our pre-clean mode where you can choose depending on what you cook. So you can choose the setting and it will heat up the water and clean it for you. Okay, and we also have the sugar stages, and you can make your own lollipop, you can make your caramel sauce right at home. All right, so your perfect kitchen assistant for everybody. Okay, so even if you are single, you can actually cook one pot of rice is also okay. You can halve the recipe. Okay, so you can actually change the recipe if you want to fit your lifestyle. Okay, and if you are newlywed, okay, before you start buying so many appliances for your kitchen, all you need is a Thermomix. Okay, because especially if we don't have a lot of space on our kitchen counter, you know, this is perfect. If not, your kitchen will be cluttered. Like for me, I'm quite OCD, so I don't like to see a lot of things on my kitchen. Okay, and when you have kids, okay, this will be your baby food processor as well. Okay, I used to have a smaller baby food processor. I ended up taking out my pots and pans, you know, because I want to make batch cooking. But with this, imagine this is a 2.2 liter bowl. You can fit so much in here. Okay, and you can wait until the temperature goes down to 37 and you can safely feed your kids. Okay, and you can also bond with your kids. Okay, like for me and my son, we make pizzas every week. Okay, we make muffins. So it's really a bonding session because it's also very safe to use the Thermomix with your kids. Okay, so the motor will not start until the lid is on, is here. Okay, so it can detect whether the lid is on or not. And once it turns red like this, means it's hot, the bowl is hot, it's above 60 degrees. So just make sure your kids are not around the area. Okay. And of course, when we are older, we have to be extra careful with what we eat, right? So we have to control our salt and sugar. It's really hard when you go out and you ask someone, you ask the restaurant, can you reduce this? What oil are you using? Okay, so it's also best to use to eat at home. And because it's so user friendly, we have a lot of customers who are 70, 80 years old who are using this really well. Okay, because you just need to know the 3 dials, the screen is huge, it's very, very user friendly. Okay, so now I am going to pass to Elena. Okay, so right after this, I will remove the rice and I'm going to add in the veggies to make the soup, and then I'll see you later. Okay, so let's see what Elena is cooking today. See you guys later.
Hi everyone, I'm Anna. Today I'm going to special drink. It's a pumpkin chai latte or pumpkin spice latte. The same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the pumpkin spice first, and then we'll make the drink itself. Okay. So we're actually making everything from scratch. Okay. All right. So I've saved this on my cookie dough on my phone, and I've saved it in a folder called Zoom Demo, which I'm going to access here. So when you go through the recipes in on your phone, it will actually sync with your Thermomix machine. Okay, so how do we do that? We go to the 3 bars here, and then we go to My Recipes, Created Collection, so you can see all the folders that I've created for my daughter's food and so forth. So at the end, I have Zoom Demo. Oops. Okay, Zoom Demo. There you go. All right. So I have pumpkin chai latte here and pumpkin spice mix, which I'm going to make first. Pumpkin spice mix. So if I scroll down, you could see all the general overview of the recipe and the ingredients. So I'm just going to start first. Okay. Now it says, now it says to put 8 cinnamon sticks broken into pieces. So I have it here. And then 4 teaspoons of ground ginger here. Next, 2 whole nutmeg. Okay, I don't have nutmeg, so I'm using nutmeg powder. So 1 nutmeg is equals to half a teaspoon of nutmeg powder, yeah? So I have it here. Sorry. Butterfingers. Next, 2 teaspoons of whole allspice, which I have here as well. And 12 whole cloves. Okay, you can't see, it's very small. Okay, and then put the lid on. press next. For 30 seconds, turn speed to speed 10. Okay, it's going to be a bit loud. Just press next, and then it says to scrape the powder down. So it's so powerful that all those spices have turned into powder, but we're going to make it extra fine. So we're going to do another round of that. Okay, it smells heavenly. You know, imagine all those spices that we've mixed. Oh my, it really smells like Christmas. Okay. Scoop it down. It's already very fine actually, but we'll just do another round. I'll show it to you after the second round. It smells really good. Okay, next. It's very fast. Okay, just leave the lid there and then we'll do the same step. Okay, and your spice is done. So you can always use this whenever you want to make your latte, and you can actually keep it for about 6 months, okay, in a jar. Okay, let me show you. Wow. Look at that. Okay, so that's your pumpkin spice mix. Okay, so I've done a bit before, so I have some in this jar. So we're just going to continue with the our drink itself. So yes, I actually have another Thermomix back here which you can't see. So I live in a small apartment and I have 2 Thermomix. So I believe that everyone should have 2 Thermomix. Okay. Okay, let's start with our drink. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the folder just now. My recipes, created collection, go down to my Zoom demo folder and choose pumpkin chai latte. Okay, so let's start. So now we're going to make the whipped cream first. So like as we mentioned just now, we can use our butterfly whisk. So I'm just going to put it in there. Okay, press next. And then, okay, this recipe actually used the imperial system, but you can just follow it. It's very easy. You don't have to convert it manually because your weighing scale is automatically adjusted to the imperial system as well. Okay, so now we're going to put 7-ounce heavy whipping cream. So that's about the whole box. So I'm just going to put the whole box of whipping cream inside. You could see that the scale is actually adjusting to the weight. So that's the beauty about Thermomix. You don't have to weigh everything separately. You can just do it all in the same machine. Okay, press next. Okay, now we're going to put the cover in, but we're going to take out the measuring cup because we need to see whether the texture is done. Okay. So we just take it out. Press next. So this is without time. So you have to monitor once the whipped cream is ready. So I've done this before. It's about 2.5 minutes or so. Okay. So now we're just going to change the speed to speed 3. Okay. So as you can see, when we use cookie dough, everything is preset. All you need to do is just adjust the speed. Okay. So we can actually make this drink from scratch. You saw that I've made my spice mix. It's very easy, very fast. And everything that we're using now is all made from scratch. Okay. So the beauty about making tea using Thermomix is that you get the perfect temperature control. Okay, so you wonder how you can get very nice coffee and tea in places like Starbucks, have coffee beans and so on. They get the temperature right. If you use the normal kettle, it's always 100 degrees. So for tea and coffee, the perfect temperature is actually between 70 to 90 degrees. Okay, so when we're making our when we're heating our tea later, it's about 90 degrees. Okay, so you can get it perfect. Okay, so you have to monitor from up here to see if the whipped cream is ready. And after this, we're going to make the tea itself. Okay. All right. So I love this recipe. I love pumpkin spice latte because it reminds me of my honeymoon in New York. That's when I first tasted pumpkin spice latte. So it's very popular, I know, in Malaysia as well, but it's very seasonal. You can get it from Starbucks, I think, during autumn or during Christmas. But with Thermomix, you can actually make it anytime you want. Okay. So it really smells very Christmassy. It smells very, you know, with cinnamon and ginger all mixed up. Really makes you happy. Like, you know, that night when it's raining, you want to watch movie on Netflix, you can have this dessert drink together with your spouse. Okay, it's almost done. Splashing. Okay, so you do need to monitor. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Okay, now we're going to do the drink itself. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll use another bowl. So next, what we're going to do, we just press next. Okay, it's asking me to remove the butterfly whisk and transfer the whipping cream to the fridge until we're done with the tea. Okay, so now it's asking me to put 5 ounces of pumpkin puree.
Dah, maintenance.
Okay, so I'll just tear the weighing scale and put 5 ounces in. So this is pumpkin puree.
Kita tengok gampang.
Okay, so that's 5 ounces. All right. And then next, 24 ounces of whole milk, which I have here. So the weighing scale automatically zeroizes itself when you press next. Okay. Next, 2 ounces of sugar. You can adjust this accordingly. If you want less sugar, you can do that as well. Okay. Next, 4 teaspoons of freeze-dried instant coffee. So this is your normal Nescafe. Okay. Oh, where is it? Okay. Okay. I have it here. And then 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, or which we made just now. So it smells really good. 1 teaspoon. Okay. And then insert the lid. Okay, for 10 seconds, turn speed to speed 4. So it's mixing everything up right now. And then after this, we're going to heat it up. Okay, press next. Scrape it down. Okay. It's fine actually. Don't really need to scrape it down. Then press next. Okay, insert measuring cup, we should be done. Okay, so at 195 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 90 degrees, we're going to warm it up. So it's using the heating function, okay? Okay, so this will take about 5 minutes. So while we wait, I'll just pass the screen to Ayu for her to show her dish as well. Ayu.
Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum. Hope everyone is having a good time at home during this pandemic, staying home, staying safe. Well, today I'm going to show you one of my favorite sort of like comfort food, very easy to make. It's Braised Yee Mee. Now the recipe, like how Elena showed you, is in the cookie dough itself. It is step-by-step guided. So you don't have to worry if it's your first time cooking or if you have no idea how to make Braised Yee Mee, because everything is already inside for you. Now I have made a few adjustments to make it a bit more halal, because in here initially it has to use pork fillet, but you can also use chicken fillet. So we're going to start. So earlier what I had to do was I just basically had to place the bowl on top, and then you just have to measure around 150 grams of chicken or pork. And then I added 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce, sesame oil, and a pinch of white pepper, and marinate just for 10 minutes. Okay, so now, how many of you do not like to peel the garlic because you don't like that garlic smell? Why don't you write in the comment how many of you do not like peeling garlics, onions, de-seeding chili, because all that can be done in the Thermomix. And I'm just going to show you right now how easy it is. So in here, it already calls for the recipe to put in. What I'm going to do is, with the garlic skin, you can see there's a garlic skin there. I'm going to put everything in together. Okay. Next, cover it. So you saw me putting it with the skin. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix it for 5 seconds, and you're going to see the magic. All right, are you ready to see the magic? Remember, I threw in the garlic with the skins. And this is the magic. All I have to do now is either use a chopstick or use a thong, anything to remove the skin out. So my fingers does not have to be smelling. So for example, if you want to do, a quick meal, you're already nicely prepared, ready to go out, and you're off to go to the office, but you want to cook a quick meal for your kids, and you need to, chop the garlic and things like that. It does kind of turn off a little when you're getting ready and all that, and then you're cooking, and then your whole hand smells of garlic. So with this method, you don't have to basically remove the skin. It will already be done for you. So all you need to do is just take a chopstick and just remove it out. So then you can move on to the next step. So the next step is very easy actually. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, so just now earlier you saw me, chopping the garlic in here. Next, I'm actually going to saute the garlic in here as well. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to add the oil in here. Okay, so we're going to add the oil in here. And it's also already indicated in here how much of oil that you need to use. So I'm going to add my oil in. Okay. Next, add a little bit of fresh ginger. So I've got my ginger here. We're going to put in the fillets. So this is my chicken fillet, which was already marinated. Nice. Okay, in it goes. So you see how easy it is? I'm just more or less, I wouldn't say throwing, but more or less, yeah, champak everything in there. I'm just going to mix the oil around with the fillet so that it's nicely covered because it's going to be cooking it. Okay, it's nicely coated. And next, we're going to insert the lid with the cup. And what it's doing now is on reverse mode and on the spoon. So it's actually sauteing and mixing it. So we don't have...
Your camera is gone off.
Oh, my sorry. Okay. Is it back on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So as I was saying earlier, so for the next 4 minutes, it's basically sauteing the chicken with the garlic with the ginger. So in Thermomix, you can do low temperature as well as high temperature cooking. So why don't some of you just give me a rough idea? I would like to see what kind of oil do you normally use when you are cooking? Because I know some people use olive oil, some people use vegetable oil. You know, there's so much of choices of oil that we can use right now. But did you know that when you use the oil and if it is not at the right temperature, it can actually be very toxic for you when you consume it. So that's why it's very, very useful for you to know that you need to cook the oils at the right temperature. Okay, so for example, when you cook veggies and things like that, the best temperature to cook it is at 120. So again, I just want to know your feedback. Like, how many of you, stir fry or steam your veggies? Why don't you write that in the comment? Because I know most of us, our famous, way of doing it is, boil and then maybe stir fry. But sometimes when you stir fry, it is good. But when you don't cook it at the right temperature, that's when you're actually losing all of its nutrients. And that's when you see also your veggie is not as bright and as crunchy as it should be. Majority of the time when you make your veggies with the Thermomix, it actually has this really, really bright color and it's very crunchy because the temperature that we cook it is at 120, which is just the right perfect temperature. So as you can see right now, I do not have any cooker hood above my head and I'm not smelling any cooking fumes. So, inhaling cooking fumes is also dangerous for our health. So that's why people, wonder how, they are more prone to get sickness. Basically, it's the lifestyle that we lead. So right now with the Thermomix, it's encouraging us to lead a better and healthier lifestyle. So as you can see right now, we're doing the low temperature cooking and it's basically sauteing for me. So it's been doing that for the past 3 minutes. Now, besides that, we also have high temperature caramelization. So I'm sure now with all the kids at home, most of you parents are probably like out of your mind what to do with your kids. There's so many things that you can actually do with your kids using the Thermomix. You can have a bonding session, making pizza, making bread, baking cookies, cooking their own lunch as well. And not forgetting, we have the sugar temperature, which is the caramelization, sugar stages. So what it does is at 170 degrees, it helps you to caramelize. So if you want to make salted caramel, it's so delicious. You sprinkle it all over your popcorn, your cake. It's so easy to make right now. And also you can make your own lollipop. So, who knew that, we could actually make our own lollipop very easily at home. And it's fail-proof, which means you're guaranteed that it is going to be a success. All right, so moving on. So whenever you hear that tone, it means that it's already over. We can move on to the next step. So I'm going to move on to the next step. All right, so the next step says I just need to put some soy sauce in. Wow, get that smell, so nice. Okay, so I have my oyster sauce. Now because of the, what do you call that? The built-in weighing scale, so I don't really have to prep much when I'm cooking because everything is already as it goes. So you don't have to, you know, prepare and things like that. Because I know sometimes some of us just, you know, want to do things quick, and we don't like to have so many things lying all around. So this is like the best thing that you can have. So it's just like this, you know, you agar and you go along. And the thing with the recipe of cookie dough is that you don't have to follow it exactly. You can always mix it up, change it, tone it down to how you like it because, you know, everyone has different taste buds and things like that. So far I have put the oyster sauce, the light soy sauce, the dark soy sauce, and now I'm just going to put a little pinch of salt. Okay, you can also put chicken stock powder. Now about the chicken stock powder, you can actually make your own chicken stock powder. So you see, it's so much easier and healthier now with the Thermomix because everything is, you can make it from scratch. All right, so next, a little bit of white pepper. Okay, and I'm going to insert my measuring cup. Okay. So for the next 6 minutes, basically what it's doing is just going to again cook for me. So normally if we do it the traditional method, we will have to be standing there and stirring and stirring and stirring. So this, in the next 6 minutes, I could probably go and water the plants, you know, do my laundry, check up on my kids with, you know, since it's the holidays now, they probably have bought and they've got nothing to do. Or even if you're on like a Zoom online meeting, you can always, you know, step out, fix what you need to fix, and then go back and jump into your meeting. And before you know it, lunch, dinner, breakfast is all served and everything is home cooked. Because you save a lot more when you cook home cooked food. So that's the great thing about it. So the other thing is that we have the high temperature cooking. So like as you saw just now, it was actually slightly sauteing my chicken because remember I put the chicken in. So which means I do not have to cook my chicken separately and then put it in separately. Everything is just done in this one mixing bowl, which is just fabulous. And for those of you who are interested to make, you know, all kinds of steak and things like that, you can even, you know, try and see. There's like so many recipes in there. So now with Thermomix, you are guaranteed to have the perfect temperature control. And what this means basically is that, for example, when you want to heat up baby food, it has to be at 37 degrees. So the baby obviously is not going to tell you, you know, mommy, the food is hot, mommy, the food is cold. So normally we would have to do, you know, the test and put it on top of our hands to check. So with the Thermomix, it is so easy. Like how Elena said, you don't need to buy a separate baby steamer, blender, and all that. It's all in one. So what you do is you can steam, you can blend, and it will be at the perfect temperature for you, so you don't have to worry. Now, the next thing is that I want to know how many of you have tried baking chocolates or making chocolates. Why don't you let me know? Because previously I used to love baking, but the amount of times that I used to fail in the end just was such a put off for me that I stopped. However, now with the Thermomix, baking is so much fun because it's a lot more fail-proof. And with the temperature control, it's at 50 degrees to melt your chocolate. So for those of you who are familiar, you will know that, you know, you have the double boiling method where you put the saucepan underneath, you put the water, and then you put the bowl on top, and then you have to melt the chocolate. Now, if the flame is not at the right temperature, your chocolate's going to be burnt. If your flame is, you know, at the not right temperature, it's also not going to melt. So it can be very, very, very frustrating. You know, you're there going to make a nice chocolate cookie and it just doesn't turn out well. So with the Thermomix right now, you are rest assured that melting chocolates at 50 degrees and it's a lot more easier. Besides that, you can also dissolve gelatin for you to make your creme brulee, any of your other favorite desserts at 60 degrees. And the perfect sauce. So how many of you have really actually baked your own strawberry jam, marmalade, and things like that? I'm telling you, with the Thermomix, all is going to be possible. Like I said, there's so many things that you can do, which, you know, you never probably have thought. So for those of you who have cooked, you know, it's even better now because the possibilities are so endless that, you know, you're not sure where to start because it's so fun. There's such amazing things to explore. So you get the perfect sauce, and to brew tea and coffee, you can pick the right perfect temperature. So for those of you who are coffee lovers and tea lovers, you will know that you need to brew it at a certain temperature, which is 75 degrees or 90 degrees. And normal, hot water dispensers does not really give you the option. It's probably just like 100. So the tea and coffee that you have purchased, which is nice and expensive, imported and everything, just goes down because you don't get the real taste of it. And kaya is another favorite. Kaya is made at like 90 degrees and the texture is so perfect. You can really taste, you know, the smoothness of it. It's really good. So you have to try that. And like I mentioned just now, at 120 degrees, that's the general temperature for you to saute. And at 160, that's the temperature for you to do the browning. Now, besides that, like I said, 170 is also for caramelizing. So I'm sure all these numbers may be a bit confusing for you. And like I said, everything is already built in the Thermomix itself, so you do not have to worry. Okay, so now for the meantime, it has asked me to soak the yee mee in hot water for around 1 minute. So it depends on the mee that you are using. For me personally, I actually like my mee a little crunchier. So I have soaked it, but not for too long. So at least it still has that rubbery feeling. And as you know, earlier we added in the water. We added in some water. So the water in there will also help to soften the yee mee. So all this, like I mentioned, is based on you know, the type of noodles that you use and things like that. So cookie dough is a basic guideline, and from there you can change it however you want. Okay. All right. So next, they asked to add in choy sum and sawi, but fortunately I did not go to the supermarket. So we're going to use whatever that we have in the fridge. So I have cabbage. So I'm just going to put cabbage in. I'm going to put the yee mee in. Okay. Just put everything in. You can just basically just, you know, dump everything in, just like that. Now the bowl itself, this bowl is 2.2 liters and the Baroma dish is 3.3 liters. Okay, it says you can put fish cake, prawns, so I'm just going to put the fish cake, because again, did not go to the supermarket. So that's why it's really great when you have the Thermomix, because you just can come up with anything, just keep in whatever that you have in the Thermomix, the ingredients that you have, and it's all tree for you, know. So basically I wrote there I had yee mee, so then it came up with a whole yee mee recipe for me. And now basically what it's doing is it's just helping me cook lightly, so I can actually use this spatula to stir it. So okay, now as you can see, there's a circle here on the spatula itself, and this hook is basically used like as Rin explained earlier, for the simmering basket. So if you're cooking rice and things like that, you will use the hook, and the circle here will stop it from going all the way down and you know, destroying the spatula, so that because the blade is on, so you don't have to worry about it. So that's why whenever you get the Thermomix, please make sure that you use the original accessories and not any other accessories, to avoid you know, what do you say, destroying the machine. not destroying the machine, but yeah. So all I do is I can put it in here, and as you can see, it will not go down all the way to the bottom. So this step is optional for you, whether you want to mix it, whether you don't want to mix it. So like I mentioned, you can just leave it and do whatever that you need to do, and then come back and attend to it. It is very, very easy now to, in between make foods and things like that. And like I mentioned, with the Thermomix, you get the perfect texture every time that you cook. So for those of you who like to make soups, it's the perfect texture. It is not, how do you say, you get the best of the ingredients that you use in the soup itself. So whether you make pumpkin soup, whether you make mushroom soup, you are going to be assured that you get really, really fresh and delicious tasting soup, and as compared to, having soup that's from the can, which now is a no in this house. And I never used to make soup. To me, honestly, mushroom soup is the tin. If it's not the tin, it's the packet. But right now, it's like I have to make sure that I make mushroom soup from scratch. And it's the best thing because, I mean, you're eating it, you want the best for yourself. So invest in, good ingredients as well. So your kaya has got the perfect texture, your fruit jams, it's not too, how do you say, it's not too fine that, you don't taste it. You can still taste the fruits that you make, as well as it's nice and smooth to spread on the bread. And if you didn't know, you can even make your own homemade yogurt as well. And so we will be explaining more about the homemade yogurt steps after this. Okay, now, in that whole span of time that we've been explaining and things like that, can you believe it? I'm actually done. My lunch is more or less done. I've already done cooking. And all I need to do right now is more or less plate it. And yeah, I will show it to you once we come back. So I will hand it over to my partner right now, and I will see you in a while. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. So my name is Sunita, and as you have heard from Ezrin, Alina, and Ayu, this is an amazing appliance, okay? And those of you who don't have it, you really must get one. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make a really fast salad. Okay, for those of you who like salads, how many of you like salads? Can you just say, put number 1? And if you take more than, say, 5 minutes to prep your salad, put number 2. If you take more than 5 minutes to prep a salad, put number 2. Okay, so most of you would take more than 5 minutes. Even though salads are easy, I think 5 minutes is a bare minimum, right? Today, I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious, healthy salad, okay? And it's going to blow you away. So the recipe is called Beetroot Salad, right? And it's also from Cookie Dough, so I have saved it into my week. And I'm just going to go start cooking. And it says 400 grams of raw beetroot peeled and cut into quarters, which I have here. So beetroot is very high in antioxidants, so it's really, really healthy. So we're just going to put in the raw beetroot in. Okay, so just quartered, don't have to spend time chopping it. Next, 100 grams of carrots, which have also been just cut into smaller pieces. And next, a quarter red onion, approximately 45 grams. And next, 1 green apple. Okay, so as Ayu said, I went to the supermarket and they were out of green apples. So I've actually got a red apple, which I have quartered. If you cut your apples early, you can actually soak it in water with some salt so it doesn't turn brown or the skin doesn't discolor. Okay, so I have it here. So I'm just using red apples, okay? So it doesn't really matter whether it's green or red. Okay. Next, 2 to 3 sprigs of fresh coriander, just the leaves without the roots. Next, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, so I've already weighed this out. Next, 20 grams of lemon juice. A pinch of salt. Insert measuring cup. And for those of you who said you take at least 5 minutes to do a salad, this is 2 seconds on speed 5. Okay, so here we go. So that's 2 seconds. Done. And then we go next. It says scrape down. So I'll show you what's happened after 2 seconds. Okay, so this is how it looks after 2 seconds. So we're just gonna scrape it all down. And next, insert measuring cup, which is in, and another 2 seconds, speed 5. Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 seconds and speed 5. And that sound that you hear is when it's done. And voila, you have a beautiful beetroot salad in just 5 seconds. All right. So for those of you who said that you take 5 minutes, I'm sure you can't beat 5 seconds for a salad. Okay, so this is a really, really healthy salad that you can make. If you like the coleslaw or something similar like what they serve in KFC, you can also do the exact same thing with your carrots and your cabbage and put in your mayonnaise and make your chopped salad the exact same way. There's also a very nice recipe on Cookidoo called a rainbow salad, which is also similar and can be done in as quick a time, okay? So just to tell you a little bit more about, you can also make your own mayonnaise in the Thermomix. So you don't have to buy store-bought mayonnaise because you can drizzle the oil in and emulsify your mayonnaise and get beautiful mayonnaise in your Thermomix as well. We also have a recipe for mayonnaise on Cookidoo, okay? So getting the temperature right. The TM6 comes with a few new modes, okay? One of it is the kettle mode. And the kettle mode is actually very, very useful because when you boil water on an electric kettle, it only boils at 100 degrees. But if you like green tea, how many of you like green tea? Type number 1. Or if you like your gourmet coffees, like from Starbucks, etc., type number 2. Those of you who have a coffee machine or buy coffee beans, type number 3. Okay? So for green tea, you actually need 75-degree temperature water. And the kettle mode on Thermomix is so good because you can actually go into kettle mode and set the temperature down to 75 degrees, put in any amount of water, and it will boil your water to just 75 degrees. And for those of you who like your gourmet coffees should actually be brewed at 95 degrees. For those of you who didn't know that, now you know. So then you would set it to 95 degrees and boil your water to 95 degrees to brew your gourmet coffee. So that is why Starbucks coffee is never piping hot. It's hot, but it's not piping hot because it's brewed at 95 degrees, okay? So this is what you would use your kettle mode for. Or if you just wanted to boil 2 cups of water for your green tea, just pour in your 2 mugs, set it to 75, and it will boil it for the required amount of time. You don't have to worry about how long you need to set it for, etc. The TM6 also comes with what we call a slow cook mode. So for those of you who like to do slow cooking and you want to do something, put it in the morning and have it ready for dinner. You can also do your beef stews, your braised duck, or your braised lamb shanks, or even a red bean dessert, red bean soup. You can do that. And you can even set it to do overnight because the slow cook is up to 8 hours. So if you put it on before you go to bed, it will be ready in the morning when you wake up. Okay, so we have the slow cook mode. Then we also have the fermentation mode. Okay, so the fermentation mode is for people who like to make your own yogurts. We have a lot of yogurt recipes on Cookie Doo, and you can make even flavored yogurts. So please don't buy yogurts from the supermarket, the ones that have like mango, peach, whatever flavor. Just make your own. It is so much healthier and you know exactly what you're putting into it, okay? For our Indian customers, you can make paneer. You can actually make your own paneer for palak paneer, etc. So you can make your own paneer at home, okay, by using the fermentation mode. And the fermentation mode will normally ask you to put in a teaspoon of lemon juice into the bowl in the water, okay? So just follow because it's going to keep the water there and it's to protect your bowl, all right? We also have the sous vide function. So you don't have to go out and buy a sous vide machine. Sous vide is cooking food in a Ziploc, food-safe Ziploc bag, and you can use the sous vide function to make amazing steaks or salmon, or even cook your eggs using the sous vide mode, right? So there is so many things that you can do with the Thermomix, right? I will show you my salad after I have put it out in a bit. I am going to now hand you over to Ezrin to share her dish and to tell you a little bit more about how you can immediately get your hands on a Thermomix, okay? Over to Ezrin now.
Elina, not Ezrin.
Okay, it's okay. E and E. So yes. So just now I left you where I was heating up my chai latte. So I've heated it up to 90 degrees. And then now there's one last step for about 1 minute. I'm just going to blend everything, okay? So I'm using the blender mode, but everything is preset when you use Cookie Doo. Okay, so just for 1 minute, I'm going to blend everything, okay? And during the first step just now, I made whipped cream using the butterfly whisk. So this is the result. I'm going to put it on top. Okay, and now your gourmet coffee is ready. You do not have to pay 18 ringgit for a cup of dessert coffee like this. Make it at home from scratch. The smell is heavenly. Oh my goodness. Okay, so everything is done. I'll just pour a cup for myself. Okay, and then I'm going to put a bit of whipped cream. Okay. Oops, I'm very clumsy today for some reason. All right, so we're just going to put it on top. Look at that. So fluffy, right? A little bit extra because mommy deserves it. And all of you deserve a Thermomix. Okay, and then just put a little bit of cinnamon powder. Here. Okay, just a little bit. And just put a little one cinnamon stick on it, but don't use it as a straw. Okay, so let's see. Look at that. At your own, in your own kitchen, you can make this. Look at that. It's even better than, oops, dripping. It's even better than Starbucks. Everything is fresh in your kitchen. Okay. Went a little bit overboard with the whipping cream earlier. Let's put it here. Okay. All right. So before I pass the camera around to show everyone all the wonderful dishes that we have made today. So I just want to summarize that, you know, you've seen all the benefits that you can get while when you get your own Thermomix, right? So we've showed you how quick and easy it is to make drinks and dishes and salads, and everyone can cook. If you do not know how to cook, we have Cookie Dough. It started off with only 40,000 recipes when it was launched about 2 years ago. And now we already have 70,000 recipes. It can last you more than a lifetime with all these recipes, okay? And we also showed you how healthy it is to cook with Thermomix. You know, you can make your own chicken stock, like Ezrin said, and we've made our own spice mix. There's no preservatives. And we've also made our own whipped cream. And there's auto cooking and auto washing. So you have all the different modes like sous vide mode, fermentation mode, and like Ezrin mentioned as well, there's auto washing. So that's the best part as well. Your Thermomix is dishwasher friendly. So every day, in between meals, you just use the pre-wash function. But at the end of the day, do make sure that you do thorough cleaning of your mixing bowl. Okay. It's also space saving. We have over 20 appliances in one. So you can put away and sell your rice cooker, sell your kettle, sell your steaming machine, everything. You can put it away and replace it with just one Thermomix or two Thermomix, two for each house. And goodbye to cooking fumes. You know, all of us look really nice with our makeup on, and we don't smell like nasi ayam or me or and so forth. Okay, so it's very easy. Everyone should own a Thermomix or two. Okay. All right, and then okay. So how can you own your Thermomix today? So Thermomix, it costs 7,188, but right now we have a promotion 200 ringgit voucher, so it's 6,988. You can do 0% installment plans. We have various plans from 6 months to 24 months with various cards, with various banks, and you can also use your credit card as well as debit card. But if you want to use debit card, part, you would have to put in deposit of 2,988, and the balance 4,000, you can convert it into 80 months installment plan. And that costs about 222 ringgit a month, okay? But if you purchase in full price, you get a chance to choose 1 out of 3 cooking books, one of our bestseller cooking books, okay? And right now we have a promotion where we're giving out host gifts. This is one of the best combos I've seen since I've joined Thermomix 1.5 years ago. And this promo will actually end next Sunday, so better grab it quick. We're giving out the Thermomix. This is a baking mat, and I love this so much. Every time I go for demos at customers' house, everyone asks me how they could get this. And this is, I think, the 2nd month that we're giving this out as a host gift. So grab it quick. I do not know when this will last. This baking mat is very high quality and very versatile. You can use it as baking paper as well, meaning you can put it on your baking tray and put it in the oven up to 240 degrees. So it's amazing. It's very versatile, okay? And it's easy to wash as well, okay? And on top of that, apart from your Thermomix, you'll get the best-selling cookbook, Tasty Asia. This is one of our all-time favorites. You can make so many different things inside. You have pineapple chicken, honey garlic chicken, Thai steamed fish with lime. One of our very best. So grab this and grab this. If you buy it separately, this book costs you 160 ringgit, and the Thermomix costs you 190 ringgit. And with this month's promotion, this period's promotion, you get both for free, and it ends next Sunday. So grab it quick, follow up with your advisors, and put in your order today. Okay. All right. And then, okay, so what do you get by paying 6,988? You get a complete package. Okay, let me just tilt it up so you could see. So you get all the accessories, which Ezrin mentioned just now, and 6 months membership of Cookie Do, which you can renew every year. And then you get access to VIP cooking classes like what we're doing right now. So you can attend this every Saturday that we have. And we also have Chinese cooking shows every Wednesday as well. If you want to attend that, you get free delivery of your Thermomix machine. You get access to our online recipe community as well. So apart from Cookie Do, we have online recipe communities where users like you and I, we contribute recipes on there. So a lot of good local dishes, local recipes on there as well. And then you get free unboxing service. So usually our advisors will come to your house and do free unboxing service, but because of MCO, we do Zoom unboxing services, and we'll provide you a video as well. And you get a personal advisor support. You were invited here by your advisor. They will be there with you and for you for years, okay? So you get access to them. If you do not know anything, they'll be there for you 24/7. And of course, you get 2 years warranty on your Thermomix machine as well, okay? So you will also get, apart from all the accessories, you get this very good basic cookbook with your Thermomix machine. So you get one host gift, and you get another one, the basic cookbook. And this is a wonderful cookbook, you know. It has all you need to know about cooking healthy and wonderful dishes inside. So if you want guidance on doing manual cooking, like what's the temperature for sauteing, for steaming, how much water you need to put, it's all in here, okay? And then you get tips and tricks on how to make the perfect bread, your own baguette. You can make your own baguette. Amazing, amazing, right? And then at the back, you have all the guidance to do chopping functions and steaming functions. You can make ice cream, yeah, sourdough, all amazing dishes in here. So this comes with your set as well, okay? All right, and then you've seen how your advisors enjoy their job, enjoy serving you, is because not only we love the Thermomix, but we love being part of the community as well. So if you have your Thermomix already and you want to join us as an advisor, just reach out to your advisor. It's only 268 ringgit to register as an advisor, and you get a lot of freebies as well. So do reach out to them and let your advisors know if you're interested. Okay, so who do you think would benefit from a demo like this? If every Saturday, right? People, friends, family that you think would benefit from Thermomix, do get them to join. It's free. You just need to give us your phone numbers, and you know, everyone would benefit from Thermomix. You know, pregnant mothers who's about to go for confinement, you get confinement food recipes as well. And like me, I gave birth last year and had my baby. I don't have to buy a separate baby cooking machine, and I make all my baby food on Thermomix. So it is literally all in one machine. Okay, and if you have parents who are you know, they want to really control their food intake, their sugar, less preservatives, this is perfect for them as well. And it's very easy to operate. Both my mother-in-law and my mom they have Thermomix. It's very easy, okay? And it's not dangerous, you know, there's no fire involved. It's all through a click of a button, okay? So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed the cooking show. Do reach out to your advisors and place their order now, because like I said, this offer will end next Sunday. And before I end the show today, let's go around and let all our chefs show you what they've made today. Over as
Okay, hi everyone, I'm back. Okay, so my chicken rice is ready. Okay. Okay, so I have my bak choy there. Okay, and I actually made this chili sauce last night. Okay, very simple. I think it was less than 30 seconds. If you want the recipe, ask from your advisor. Okay, and this is the soup that was cooking in the bowl at the bottom. Okay, so it has carrot, potatoes, and onions inside. So imagine all this is just in 40 minutes, all at one go. Okay, so I love to cook with multi-layer cooking with Thermomix because it's so easy. You can just leave it to cook. Okay, other than this, I like to steam my rice and at the same time steam veggie and also steam my fish. 18 minutes ready. Okay, so if you want a quick and simple lunch, 18 minutes, one go, all done. Okay, so try this chicken rice recipe if you haven't. It's so good. So now I'm gonna pass it on to Ayu. Okay.
Hi everyone. So I've already plated my braised yee mee, and if you were watching earlier, you would have seen my husband came and he tried it. It's very, very easy, really quick. Like I mentioned, you see, just during this short you know, Zoom cooking experience, you already saw, you know, while I was talking, meal is already prepared. So it is such an easy thing. And if you can see, basically this is my whole actually this is not the kitchen, but anyway, this was my whole area that I had, and I do not have to, like, you know, clean. There's no mess because basically as we masak, it will automatically timbang. Everything is inside there, and you just have to follow step by step. And remember, they mentioned about the pre-clean function. So I wanted to make sure I showed it to you. Can you see all this soap over here? So this is how you use the pre-clean function. Basically, you just put the water, then you letak like 1 or 2 drops of the sabun, the dishwashing liquid, and you go to the pre-clean function, whether it's dough, whether it's you know, benda-benda biasa like curry, or we also have another selection where you can use it for caramelization, your gula and your browning, because honestly you can do wajek, you can do dodol in here, daging rendang. It's amazing. So like Elena mentioned earlier, you know, we have an online community recipe where we share so many of the recipes. So This is mine, and I hope you get a Thermomix and you quickly try it. Thank you so much. Over to my next partner.
And well, it was only 5 seconds. So this is the gorgeous beetroot salad that has been made. And I can't wait to dig into it. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope you have had a fun time with us, that we have managed to answer a lot of questions that you've had regarding the Thermomix. Please get back to your advisors who invited you to the Zoom and place your orders today, okay? Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to sign off until we see you next Saturday. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye lah, Bu.